Oh.
Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute, but we're not going to talk about that. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you so much for checking back. How you guys doing? So, on today's video, as you can see behind me, I'm just going to be showing you guys some of the items that are essential for my daughter that I feel are essential for my daughter's school resumption. We all know that it's back to school season and lots of parents are trying to get items, both used items, maybe from the previous session, trying to make sure they're in good condition, and then some new items. So, right here, I think we have just one used item. There are still others that she might still use, but these are the ones that I just want to show you guys. These are some of my essentials. Like, my daughter needs to have most of these, for a smooth school term, school session. I'm just going to be talking about each one of them, talking about where I bought them if I remember, and the prices if I remember, to be honest. Before I start talking about the items, guys, if you're interested in this kind of video, please remember to like, subscribe, put a comment in the comment section. Tell me about the items that are very essential to you. These are essential to me, they might not be essential to you. So every his own, right? To each his own. So yeah, if you're interested in this kind of content, please give this video a like, drop a comment, tell me the essentials. If you have kids or maybe nephew nieces that you buy stuff for back to school, let me know the essentials for you. And without much further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so the first thing I have here, I don't know if you guys can see that, is like a name tag stamp. So I got this off of, most things I got off of Amazon, by the way, and I have been stockpiling these things for a while, guys, so don't feel pressured by any of the items I'm going to show you. It's about preparation, savings, and all of that. So don't feel pressured by any of the items I'm going to be showing you guys today. Like I said, some of them took have been bought like over 6 months ago, some almost a year ago. We just kept stockpiling most of these things, so that's why I have some of them today. It's just about planning. So like I said, this is a name tag stamp. It has my daughter's name in front right here. I'll try and see if I can put like a close-up shot of this. I got this off of Amazon, and the idea is my daughter is resuming a new school, and obviously it will take some getting used to, in terms of her teachers knowing her name, being able to identify her items and all of that. So I thought this would be, an easy way to navigate that route. So it comes with a stamp, like I said, with her name right here, and then when you just stamp it, it's black. It comes with an extra ink right here, and then it came with, I don't know what this is, guys, honestly, but it came with this. Probably, I think it's kind of sticky, so I might be able to stamp her name on it, and I don't know, to be honest. It just feels like paper, but I'll figure out if it's sticky. So maybe I'll be able to stamp her name on it and then stick it to some of her items instead of doing it directly on the item. Do you get what I mean? And this is a very good idea. I don't know if it's so. I'm sure it'll be sold in Nigeria, but I have no idea where it can be done. But this was gotten off of Amazon. If you just put name stamp on Amazon, I'm sure you'll be able to get it. So this was a very good purchase, and I got it in pink because girl mom. This was a very good purchase. I really like this. Then secondly, a lot of school supplies that were bought, to be honest. Well, I'm just going to show you crayons because my girl is going to year one, guys. Year one in Nigeria means primary school, primary one. So Some of these crayons I think she got maybe from party packs, to be honest. I didn't spend money buying any crayons. She has a lot of them. I just decided to bring two just to show you essentials for homework and coloring and all of that. Okay, so after that I have this raincoat. This she has had. This is an old purchase, but she didn't get to use it throughout the last school session. But now that we're at the peak of rainy season, we're September, this will come in handy. So it's a cute raincoat that I got. This was also an Amazon purchase. Like I said, a lot of items came from Amazon. So you have this right here, and it's really cute. I think it has like a unicorn here at the back. So I really like this for days when it's really raining and maybe we have to take her to school, maybe movement from the house to the school bus or to the car, or whenever it's necessary. It's just a good purchase to have. Sports shoes, we know that sports is part of the curriculum of a lot of schools, so this was bought in Primark. I don't think the price tag is on it, but this was a Primark purchase. You know that Primark is quite affordable, and I like the fact that it is lightweight. I figured they are sports shoes, so there was no need to use expensive shoes for sports, so the regular smegular Primark works. And I bought them in white because at her school they asked for either white or black shoes. I just decided to go with white. I think she has black shoes as well, but those ones are on the pricier side, but this she would use more regularly. Here I just put an assortment of lunchbox essentials. So these are cutters that would help with cutting, making her food look aesthetic. This has the shape of a butterfly. She's into butterfly these days. Her 5th birthday was butterfly themed, to tell you how into butterfly she is. I don't know what shape this is, but I just bought a few. I didn't buy too much. Just nice geometric shapes. Guys, please pardon me. And then it also came with, it was like a full set on Amazon. So it came with this things that you put inside the lunch box. Like if I'm using a bento box, for example, so I can put these inside, put like some snacks, fruits, small assortments. Just cute. They came in different shapes. This is circle, this is a star, this is a heart shape, and square shapes. I just bought 4 of these. This also was an old purchase, but never been used. We plan on using it this new session because my girl is a big girl and we're going to be giving her big girl lunches. We also have some shapes, maybe to cut your yam, potato, fries, pancakes, just to make them look cute and nice, so that your kids. For me, my eyes eat before my mouth, so I know that my daughter took some of those genes. So I'm just trying to make her food look as cute as possible. And we have the handy dandy fruit picks. We already know fruit picks. Sorry, I'm placing them beside me just so that I know the ones that I have handled. So on the food roll that we have, I have cutlery set. I still need to buy one more to add to this, but this is the one that she got for now. Most of the purchases were also made by her dad, I failed to mention. But yeah, this is the cutlery set, bought in yellow. I would have preferred pink, but when they went shopping she chose yellow, and I mean, who are we to deny her choice? So this is a Systema stackable box. It's not on the big size, but it will do for maybe ketchup, pancake syrup, just tiny things that we need to add on the lunch. There are 4 of them in here. This was also bought off of Amazon UK. So this is how it comes for them. Since this one was on the smaller side, I decided to add this one that's a bit bigger, that can take fruits. So this one is silicone. The silicone, you can see, while this one is pure plastic. So I bought this. There are also 4 inside. it closes like so, and it looks like it's non-spill. So it comes in blue, orange, and of course our thing for the term, I don't know if I said that, but our thing for the term per usual is pink with some hints of purple. I don't even know if I'll call this pink, if I'm being honest, but it's on the pink family, right, guys? Let me know. But pink, and you have this beautiful shade of green. So I'm just going to be using this for fruits, for parfaits, for yogurt, stuff like that. Guys, I'll have a lot of arranging to do after this video, but it's all good. It's all good. Alright, so moving on from that, we have a lot of water bottles, guys. A lot. Some were gifts, like these three now. These three were gifts. These two on the extreme were birthday gifts, and this one in the middle was just a random gift from her dad when he went shopping. From her granddad, sorry, her granddad when he went shopping. So she has these three. These three were gifts that we accumulated during the holiday, and I think towards third term of last session. But this particular one was the one that we bought for her. Was also bought off of Amazon. It has like a straw in it, and it's about 600 ml, which is just okay for her age. It's pink and it has like some other nice pastel colors in it. I like it because it's lightweight, it's cute, and it's BPA free, like they always claim. Alright, so I also bought, I've never used this before, guys. I always see all the lunchbox moms use this, but I have never had the opportunity to use it. Like, it never occurred to me, but this year I decided to be more into packing her lunch, and be more intentional about the aesthetic side of it. So these are ice packs or freezer blocks, depending on what you know them as, and I bought them in smaller sizes because I didn't want it to show or affect her lunches. I just wanted it to support the cold items I was going to be giving her in her lunchbox, like her drinks, her yogurt, and all of that. So there are six mini sizes: pink, green, and blue. I think that's like the theme of most of the things that we bought. So I'm going to be using this to cool her drinks, yogurt, and stuff like that. Also an Amazon purchase. This was ordered off of Instagram. I just was looking for something quick that I could order, and I kept checking, and there were so many random looking ones, but this I just happened to see. I think it was a sponsored ad. If I remember, I'll put the tag of the Instagram page, and it looks like this, very girly, it looks so good. Like, the quality is actually amazing. When I ordered it, to be honest, I was not expecting too much, that's me being honest, but like, first of all, the delivery was very fast. I know I wasn't paid to do this advert, but when people give you good service, it's good to give them adequate feedback. The brand is called Must. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has two compartments. That's why I love it. So it has the main lunch bag area, which is quite spacious. Let me show you how spacious it is. So this is her water bottle. You can see that it fits really well inside there, and it also has like the bottom area, which I intend to use for her cold snacks and drinks, and it's very insulated, guys. I kid you not, highly insulated. Sorry, I was struggling to open the bottom one. Very insulated, so you guys can see that. So this space can take some it can even take some bento boxes. It can take fruits, snacks, drinks, and all of that, and it's so thick, very insulated, very durable. Oh my god, like, this purchase made me so happy. I'll put the price and then the name of the Instagram page on the side. Just tell her I sent you, trust me, because I had to give her like a good review, which she did not even ask for. Like I said, the bag is good, and when something is good, it's good to give it appraisal. So it has this strap, and I like the fact that it has this elastic band. So for kids that use trolley bags, this will work perfectly. You can just put it right down your trolley bag and it sits very pretty. We have this food jar that I bought. She had a food jar that we bought off Amazon for her last session, which is still in great condition by the way, and she will still be using. But the issue I had with that one was that I felt like she had outgrown it in terms of size. I bought it when she was at 3 going on 4, so it suited her age at the time, but now she's 5 years and I feel like she needs something bigger to accommodate her growing dietary needs. So I got this. Was also bought off of Instagram, a separate vendor, not the same vendor as the lunch bag vendor. And this one came in black. Yes, I know it's not exactly following the thing, but hear me out, guys. When I saw the pink one, first of all, the shade felt a bit off, and I didn't want it to look reddish. Those pinkish reddish colors, just like this food jar is looking. That was the vibe it was giving. And then this, I don't know if you can see, but this gray outline on this one, that on the flask was yellow, and it just kind of puts me off. If it was white, I would have loved it. So I said, okay, they should still send me the pink anyway. But as God will have it, because I already made that complaint, they had already packed the black for me. And by the time I saw it, I was like, okay, it was meant to be honest, because I love the way it is. It's like matte black. It's really good, really quality. And then I like the fact that it has a handle, because for kids, it's clumsy when they're trying to open their flask and there's no handle and there's no grip, and then they're trying to fiddle with it, and sometimes it falls off. But since there's already a grip for her, she'll just simply twist it, and she has access to it. Another thing that sold me on this launch vacuum flask is the fact that I was looking for something that had inner plates, because the one she had earlier did not have that. And whenever I wanted to give her like rice or stew, I don't like putting stew on the rice, just my personal preference, nothing wrong with that. So I was looking for something that wasn't too big and still had like the inner plate. So I found this one, and the inner plate is just right, it's not too big. I like the fact that it's white, just giving like that contrast. It came with a spoon in matte black. I don't know, where do you twist it to, guys? I didn't even check this when it came. Okay, there we go. This is the spoon, and then how do you open this? Okay, you just lift, and there are anti-leaks everywhere on this food jar, which I really love. There's nothing as annoying as when you want to eat your food. When I was young, I remember when I wanted to take my food from the bag, most times you don't find that the oil has spilled, stew has spilled. For me personally, it was always so destabilizing. I didn't like it at all. So this just goes right here. One other thing that got me sold on the flask is the fact that it's not going to stain. When you buy light colors, by the time you are washing it, you put it in the sink and you don't wash immediately, sometimes they start having oil stains around. But this matte black will not have that issue at all. So I really love this. Finally, on the food section, this is just a regular Ted May partition box that I bought for her in case she wants to do like chips, maybe pizza, meals that don't necessarily need a vacuum flask. That's the idea of this. Not my favorite in terms of retaining heat, but it will do, especially with the fact that she has a good lunch bag. It will serve. I also ordered another lunch bag, but this one is coming with somebody that's coming from the US. If I make another vlog, guys, I don't know, I'm not promising it. It's been over almost a year I made a vlog, but I would maybe first day of school vlog, I might just do that because I always like to do that. I would show you that lunch box. But yeah, this is this. Okay, so we have done all the whole food and all of that. Now I'm just going to go into my personal essentials. So this is the point where my personal essentials come in. First things first is sunscreen. Guys, I was not a sunscreen girly. I was never a sunscreen girly, at least in the last Like as at 2 years ago, I wasn't. I always heard of it, but I'm not a skincare person. It's just not that I'm even trying to get into that game. One being that I react very easily, but I digress. Sunscreen is something that I have learned to use over time because I am very prone to sunburn. If you see my face, you can see like some dark discolorations at the side of my face, and that's from sunburn. So I learned pretty quickly that if not anything, it's very important for my daughter to use sunscreen, to develop that habit early on. So there are two, all Nivea, by the way, Nivea sunscreens, but one is like the regular everyday sunscreen, which is this one. She has one that she currently uses, it's almost finished, so we restocked on it. Like she has like 4 or 5 of these waiting for her, and this one particularly is for swimming because my daughter's school, she swims. In this new school too, she's going to be swimming, so this I put in her swimming bag. Like I do not forget it, and I instruct her teachers or the caregivers that right before, once she gets to the pool area, she needs to lather herself with sunscreen. This one I personally put on her face and neck, and sometimes on her arms, to be honest, every day. Like it's part of our school preparations for the day. So sunscreen is very important, guys. Children need sunscreen as well. I tell you, the sun also affects their skin, and the earlier we give them that habit, it's not too much, they're not being vain, it's just essential that they use sunscreen. This, like I said, is for the pool. It protects them from the sun, from chlorine and all of that, and the UV protection on this is high. It's 50 plus for both of them, so I recommend this brand. The second thing that I don't think I've heard any parent talk about is mosquito repellent. You know, when your kids have a lot of sunfly, I think that's what they are called, bites on their legs, trust me, this is a good remedy. And one thing I like about it is that it doesn't smell harsh, it doesn't smell bad, it just smells okay, and it does the job. It's even baby friendly. This particular product, it is baby friendly. It's called V, off of Amazon. I always buy it like in a good amount. Even me, I use it sometimes myself, and it works. Speaking of, I need to use it now because I've been feeling some mosquito bites. Nigeria now. But yeah, so I put this in her school bag. I'm going to show you her school bag. You can see it in the background. I put this in her school bag, and then I instruct her teachers. I mean, a lot of them do not end up doing it all the time, but one thing I do is I try to remind them, no pressure, not in a harsh way, but every now and then, that okay, please, I'll need you, she's going to the play area, just help me spray. Or if she goes to her bag to spray, just know that it's nothing, it's not a medication, do or die medication, but it's just to protect herself because she has tendencies of itching and reacting to bites and all of that. So this is one of my personal essentials that I think if you have kids that are prone to such bites, is very important. Even if you can't do this product, there's Odomos. You can put it for them in their bag, because if you put it for them in the morning, by the time they are playing, it would have worn off. These things, they last for a couple of hours and they need to be refreshed. So this one is a spray one, you can see, so she can just spray pepper. She doesn't have to be stressing herself rubbing, and then she's good to go. Her arms, her legs, and she's good to go. So I recommend this. If you cannot get this, just get Odomos and then let your child or your ward use it. All right. So this I do not put in my daughter's school bag. If you know this, this is like a an inhalant. So if you have a child that's prone to cold, sneezing, coughing, flu, and all of that, it's very important to have a product like this. There's also one called Silverbed, but the thing with Silverbed is that it does not have the children version. Even if I use it sometimes for my daughter, depending on the severity. So she's prone to cold. So what I do on very cold days, or maybe when she has the flu and any of that, I put like a drop of this, probably like at the top of her collar, where it will be close to her nose, but it won't be too harsh. Like I said, I use the children one, so it's not as harsh. And then I just put it there right before she leaves for school, just so that it clears any nasal blockage and it helps her cope, at least for the morning time when the cold will be, it's still a bit more severe. By afternoon time, most likely maybe the sun will be out and she'll have some relief. Another essential is, even I use this myself, baby wipes. Yes, they are called baby wipes, but I think every girl, every lady, and even boys, if I'm being honest, but it might just be a lot for them to handle. But every girl, every lady needs some form of wipes in their possession. I put baby wipes in my daughter's bag, being that I taught her from a very early age to wipe herself after peeing. Regularly, she uses tissue. That's the honest truth. She uses tissue to wipe after peeing, but she might not always have access to tissue. That's the honest truth. And I teach her not to flush the wipes, by the way. She knows not to flush the wipes. When she's done with the wipes, she knows to trash it and wash her hands. But I just put this in her bag, maybe for days where she has flu, or she stained herself while eating, or she had to poop in school, for example. After using tissue to clean herself, then she just uses wipes rather, to make sure that place is smelling fresh and all of that. So I've taught her that habit over time. So I put this in her bag, very essential. Like, I do not joke, but I like to buy like the smaller one. I didn't do this shopping, but if I was the one that went for this particular shopping, I would have picked the smaller one that won't be heavy. So what I did in this case is that I took about a quarter of this out, and this will be going into her school bag. It's so important for hygiene, for accidents, all of those things. This goes a long way. This video is getting really long, guys, but I apologize. I'm just trying to give you guys details. So I'm just going to be moving to her school shoes for the term. She has three. One is an old purchase that she has probably used. She hasn't used it to school, I don't think so. She has used to go out maybe once or twice, but it's actually a school shoe. But because she had other ones she was using for school, she decided to use this one for other events. But she'll be using it officially this session as a school shoe, and I really like how these shoes look. This is it. I don't know if you can see the brand. This you can see off of Amazon as well. I'm not sure if it was bought from Amazon, but I checked on Amazon and it's actually there. It's called Lily. She wears in size 32 at the moment, and this is a size 32. That's hence why I said she'll be using these shoes. They are patent, they are very cute, they are not too heavy, but they are quality, I can tell you for sure. You can see the soles, very beautiful, very demure, very mindful. So she'll be resuming with this. Like I said, they are her actual size 32, and the ones that we bought for her for the actual section, or session, not section, session, are these walk right shoes. Very beautiful. Like I said, she's into butterflies, and her dad cut that detail. I don't know if you can see the butterfly detail right at the top of these, but very cute plated shoes. These are size 33, so she won't be starting with these shoes. They are not her actual size yet, but she's going to grow into them. Kids eventually, now by next term, who knows, these will be her size. But I really love it. It's different, it's beautiful. It's comes with the butterfly theme that she loves. These are also size 33. Guys, I wish you could feel the quality of these particular shoes. Like, she had one last time. They were called Walkers. If you Google Walkers, you know the quality. And when those shoes became small for her, I personally felt bad, but I handed them over to someone that needed them, and it made me feel happy, because those shoes, they were so gently used, pure leather. It lasted her. It looks so good. Like, if you could feel the quality, I'm sure you can tell through the screen the kind of quality that these shoes are. They're so amazing, guys. It's not too heavy. Like, it has quite some weight, because obviously leather and chunky soles, but like the quality. The brand of this one is called Hush Puppies. Oh, I think on Amazon they sell for about £30, if I'm not mistaken, or a little less than that, £30. Talking about sun flies and insect bites and mosquitoes and all of that, so I became prepared for that this time more than last time. Last time I used to make sure she wore tights every now and then, but like this time around I'm very serious. I don't want her coming back with no bites. One of the things I did was to stock up on more tights, I'm just going to show you one of each. They are all in sets of 3, 6, and all of that. But I just brought one to just show you the sample. So these are black tights. Thankfully, she's allowed to wear either black or white socks in school, so which made us have more options. So I bought tights in black, and she also got, I didn't buy, sorry, she also got tights in white. Then I went ahead to say, okay, maybe the days where she doesn't feel like wearing tights, what can we do? I went ahead to buy these knee length socks. So she's going to pair them with her shorts, biker shorts. I always make sure that my daughter wears biker shorts under her dresses, her uniform, just to give her that extra protection. Kids will be kids, she'll climb, she'll play rough. So she's going to pair, so where the socks pretty much stops, her uniform will be there, and then right under it she wears shorts. She has this in, it's like a full set of two, I think 3 or 4 sets of twos in this design. These are normal regular biker shorts. And then we have the, I don't know what they call this, so they're still shorts, but I don't know their particular. Okay, they said they are yoga shorts. Okay, biker shorts, yoga shorts. So these are a bit shorter than regular shorts, and then the design is kind of different. I don't know if you can tell. It has like a flare to it, and then it has like a waistband to it. So maybe she should be wearing this under her, like her sportswear. Then we have singlets, all white singlets in this strapless, I'm sorry, spaghetti strap design. These ones. And then she also got this regular vest design, lots and lots of them, because I always wear vests. She must always put on vests because she's cold, prone to cold, and also it just looks nice for me personally. Okay, so I'm almost done, guys. I know this video is kind of lengthy, but just to have an idea of the essentials that kids need. Another essential that I do not joke with is multivitamins. Based, different types. They are the ones that give calcium, vitamin C, eye health, this one health, brain health. There are so many brands out there, and even at the moment she has about quite a number of these different kinds. Well Kids, I think there's some from Boots as well, but I just decided to bring one just to show you. These are gummy bears vitamins, and they contain vitamin A, D, E, C, B2, B6, and we know that our kids resuming school, they'll be exposed to a lot of viruses. No matter how clean you want to be, you don't know how clean or healthy her classmates will be. So it's always good to be on the preventive end, take care of them. They will still have come down with 1 or 2 things, but at least these vitamins just help boost their immune system. You don't have to buy this brand. This particular brand is the Kirkland Signature, but it mustn't be this brand. There are cheaper ones that you can buy, or you can buy the regular over-the-counter vitamin C and just give them one every morning before they leave for school. So this is an essential that I do not joke with, guys. For those ones that I'm mentioning to you that I do not joke with, just know that they are very important to me. Okay, this school bag was bought off of Amazon. I remember a few months ago I was just checking through, like, okay, I need a bag for her, something not regular, and not the normal branded Hello Kitty princess, all those kind of bags. I usually like to go for something a bit unique, and then I went for this, which is so cute. The only snag to this is that I know that I will have to maintain it, but that's not a problem. Last session she used a pink bag, which I think she'll still be, not I think, I know she'll still be using, every now and again in this new school and new session. But this is the bag that we bought her, a big girl bag. Like, the compartments in this bag, guys, I don't even know if I can begin to describe it. There are lots of compartments, down to this place that laptops can go in, and you are going to understand why so. And it's very spacious. You can see, this is just, I don't even know how to show you guys, but it's very, very spacious. Can you see the width? Very spacious. No matter the books that she has to carry, there will be space for it. Even as far as pen space, so many compartments. If you want to be an organized person, this bag works. I think this bag, even an older child will enjoy it more because they have more sense of organization, right? So they'll enjoy it. Yes, but if I'll check and see if I can insert it on the screen, but it is so cute. It was gotten off of Amazon. Love it for her. Like, my girl is so prepared for this school session. And then this is her pencil case. She has always had pencil cases, but she never took them to school because really, what's she doing with them in nursery, right? But I just put some pencils for her, 3 that have erasers at the head. And then she has this cute sharpener. I think she got from her birthday gift, this sharpener. And I like the sharpener because the sharpener itself is protected, so there is no risk of her putting, guys, okay, yeah, there we go. There won't be any risk of her putting her finger at the sharp end, so she can put her pencil, sharpen the debris stores here, and then when she's done, it just covers like so. And then she has the ever trusted TP20. So that was just going to be in her effervescent pencil cases. And then last but not the least, she's going to year 1, and in a lot of primary schools, especially those with EYFS curriculum and then modern training, to be honest, they have infused ICT into their education. So there's hybrid learning, like they learn via books and then they learn online, and then they learn how to use computers generally. So this is her computer for the session, and it can convert to a tab, guys, but I've been too scared to. Okay, there we go. I've never done this, guys. I have been too scared to do this, but we just have to be very careful with the flex. This is my first time flexing this all the way around, and I'm not going to teach her to do it, just so that she doesn't keep, flexing it left and right. But this is a Lenovo education series laptop, a ThinkPad. It's really cute, very adorable. In my former place of work, I was using a Lenovo system as my laptop, my work laptop, and it was so efficient. So I'm very excited for this purchase for her, and I'm going to brand it. That's one of the reasons why I bought that branded whatever. So I'm going to find this space where I'm going to put her name, and brand the laptop. And obviously it came with she got this cute pink Hello Kitty laptop bag that contains her charger and her pink mouse because her parents are extra like that. A pink mouse, even if she doesn't really need it, to be fair, but it's just been nice for her to learn how to use a mouse to navigate. That it's possible to use a mouse to navigate as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all that is in here. Oh, it also has like the strap that comes with it. Guys, I know this video is not the best, but you guys will have to manage me. And that brings me right to the end of her back to school purchases. There are 1 or 2 other things that probably I forgot to put in this video, but the idea of this video is not to blow the trumpet or show off. The idea is just for me to share with you some of the things I think are important for back to school. It doesn't mean you have to get everything, it doesn't mean you have to be able to afford everything, but one thing I would say is that life is a process. There was a time that we did not have all of these things that we have now. Life is a journey, it's a process, and if you want it, eventually with hard work, prayers and all, it will come to you. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, guys. It's pretty late at night, I tell you. give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section, tell me the essentials that you don't joke with. Apart from the regular school bag, school shoes, are there one or two other things that you prepare? Like maybe some people believe in hospital appointments before school, immunizations, vaccinations, taking one medicines. Let me know in the comment section the things that you do, that are far from the norm for your kids back to school. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and tell everybody you know. I'll see you guys in my next one. Toodles. Bye.